Hi everyone, I am Kyra's mom, and I kind of have to read what I've written, so you'll have to excuse me. Um, Today I am torn between the sadness I have for the loss of my daughter and the happiness I feel being asked her to speak about Kyra. First, I'd like to thank the Trans March for holding the second annual march in Kyra's honor, and NBC 10 for acknowledging Kyra to be a human being last night on the news. I'd also like to thank Gloria, Sade, and Alicia for taking time out of their busy schedules to help my family and I. I'd also like to thank the girls and TJ in our Justice for Kyra group for their love, support, and hard work. I have to tell you, the Philadelphia Medical Examiner's Office are fabulous people, and that Baker's Funeral Home is amazing. Kyra was a daughter, granddaughter, and niece. She was always a friend to anyone who needed her. No matter how horrible her personal life was, most would never know the hurt that she carried with her because she made sure her outside was always fabulous. I know she suffered many prejudices, but she also received many compliments. People who would often give her that quizzical stare, but when she walked into a crowded room, you couldn't help but notice her and think she was beautiful. She had a natural charisma that most couldn't resist and that many can never forget. She was a fighter, always fighting for her right to be who she was, to live her way, and would even fight for someone simply because she felt they could not fight for themselves. Kyra always wanted to help others, especially those traveling behind her on the same path. I've heard many stories recently of how she helped young people learn to be proud of whom they are, to not be afraid to go out in the world and enjoy their life their way, to keep their head high and strut their stuff on the highway of life. Kyra is probably the strongest person I will ever have the pleasure of knowing in my life. My daughter had a tattoo of the phoenix on her back. I asked her when she got it why she had chosen that tattoo. At that time, Kyra told me it was because it was part of Egyptian mythology, which she had studied in school and really liked. Since Kyra's death, though, my sister has found the myth behind the phoenix, and now I know why she chose that tattoo. And I'd like to share that myth with you. The phoenix is said to be a bird of great beauty, with colorful plumage and a tail of golden scarlet. It is said that the phoenix has a 500-year to 100-year life cycle, and that near the end it builds a nest that ignites, in which both the bird and the nest are reduced to ashes. But from the ashes rises a new, young phoenix reborn. It is said that the phoenix's cry is that of a beautiful song, and that since it is reborn from its own ashes, that it is immortal. My daughter embodies this tale of mythology. She was born a boy, she built her nest, and the boy was set ablaze and reborn a beautiful woman. Through her death, she has now become immortal, as she will not soon be forgotten by the many people who love her, and I truly believe she will be reborn again in the body of a beautiful baby girl. What I've learned through this experience is that someone's destiny often leaves their loved ones sad and brokenhearted, with many questions that seem to never be answered, and those that are answered never seem to make sense. This was Kyra's destiny, I'm sure of it, because she had not been able to do the work she wanted to do in life, or she has now been able to do. She has caused controversy and has made being trans big news. People are being forced to see what being trans looks like again, and that it does exist in their city. That being trans does not mean you are not loved and cared about, that you are truly still a human being. She has managed to bring people together, again, to fight for the cause closest to her heart. She has made sure that her family would find love and support through hundreds of people they may have never had the pleasure of otherwise knowing and meeting. She has managed to become the superstar she could have become, and always wanted to be.